Welcome to Braveheartnation Studios, Bravehearts all around the world. I hope you're having the best day of your life, because we are, okay? It's Friday, okay? We started off Monday morning, okay? And we started off in a 60 by 35 foot studio, and now we've got 6 different sets, and I'm here with my 4 amigos, okay, that actually made this happen. But we have Carla manning the camera over here. We have Rafa working the gear, so there's actually 6 amigos, all right? And I just want to say this. Here it is, all right? Life is a movie. And here's the problem. Somebody else is directing your movie. And they've always been directing your movie. You have not been directing your movie. You haven't. Because if you were directing your movie, it would be a love story where you're the hero at every given moment, not going and running around like an emergency. So what is the best way if I wanted to be a Braveheart hero, which I do, I've always wanted to be a hero, and I want to be a Braveheart hero, is to create a studio, okay, that could be a beautiful studio, and to actually bring the truth. And that's why it's called Braveheart True Vision Network, because we are going to tell you the truth, and we're not going to tell you anything but the truth, so help me God. Now, understand when I said this, I said life is a movie. Think about this. Image creates what? Thought. Okay? Thought creates what? Emotion. So what if we were to change your image of the way you think about yourself, the way you think about everyone else, the way you think about your life, about being limited and taking it to unlimited, to infinite, okay, instead of all this lower potential stuff that they tell us. Like, everybody believes that, you know, at 76 years old, we are going to expire in this country, and that's just a belief system. It's not built into the DNA. Understand this. So remember, image creates what? Thought. But what if we created images that were self-empowering, self-loving? What if we created images that were never created for you before, that opened up your mind, okay, to the universal belief system that you are what you've been looking for? So image creates thought. Thought creates emotion. E stands for energy, energy in motion. We are emotional beings. And understand something. What if you were in control of your landmine and you were able to wear a slight smile no matter what was going on in the planet, connecting to your breath? This is all I want to give you. I just want to give you more joy. I want you to be able to stay in the present moment, the only place you can heal. I want you to stay in the present moment, the only place you can feel. I don't want you in the future where you just fear everything because of these psycho tyrants. I don't want you in the past because of guilt, or I'm a sinner, I'm a loser. Because guess what? These are all just stories that were dragged through the centuries. I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you that you deserve a badge of honor for just coming down to this planet, life-threatening, fun-filled adventure. So the best thing that I can do is, they use movies to tell us how they're going to poison us and kill us, don't they? So now I'm going to use movies, and I'm going to create movies to tell you that you are the producer of your life. You are the director of your life. But until you write the story, okay, you've got to be the writer. Instead of his story, you're going to have your story, and it's going to be a Braveheart hero story. And this is what we're going to give you on an emotional, physical, nutritional, and spirit level. I'm going to be here to prop you up, not tear you down. And when I come on and I roar like a lion, okay, I'm not going to do it often, but I'm going to do it because I'm roaring to wake up the other lions out there so that we can create our own pack of Braveheart Nation. And that is everything around the world. So now, look at, we're going to show you the studio here today. We're going to talk to these fine gentlemen, and you're going to see all the work that's went into this. And remember something. I started off with an image. I told everyone I was going to do this. I said that I was going to have the most powerful health and healing, self-love, self-care studio in the world that we're going to share with all our brothers and sister practitioners around the world to help them do commercials, help them do master classes, help them do shows, and charge them 10% above cost of running this place. Nobody's going to do that. I'm going to do that. Why am I going to do it? Because I want to prove to everybody out there that puts money first that it's called passion and purpose, and that everybody's your brother and sister. I don't care how many kids you birthed. We all came from the same creator. And if I hold on to that and I don't judge people, then guess what? If I observe and I understand that they're not their belief systems until they have unconditional love and care for themselves, that's the mission in this place. The majority is always going to be the majority, but I know that you want that chance to crack the coconut from the inside out. I know that your family will probably never change, your friends will never change, your neighbors will never change, but understand, you know that you want to change. And we have to make the change. If you don't change your personality, you're not going to change your reality. So, image creates what? Creates thoughts. Thoughts create everything. Thoughts create what? Emotion. Your emotions could be negative or positive, but what if they were always positive? Well, that's not really realistic, Daryl. Well, coming from the majority, it's not realistic, but this whole thing is a fantasy. If anybody here believes that this actually exists and you didn't watch The Matrix, and that wasn't even a movie, that was real life, baby. And the reality is this is not real life. Our spirit is real life. So, image creates thought, thought creates emotion, emotion creates either a positive or a negative frequency. And then that dumps negative or positive chemicals in the body. So the issues in your tissues were created by whoever mastered your mind. Are you ready to master your own mind? Are you ready to create a perfect day from the moment you rise till you close your eyes? That's my only mission. That's my only mission. Okay, you can all be assured that I'm over the I got to make a lot of money or I need to feel my ego crap. That's gone, okay? That's absolutely gone. Okay, it's time for me to step back and to give this stage to all the people that are out there that don't know how to put this together. But the people that have a voice, the people that have a message, they need to get in touch with me. Okay, if you want to come on our BHN app and you want to have your own show, tell me why. If you've got a master class that you want to bring on that's going to help to self-empower people so that they don't stay the herd, because you know where the herd goes, off to the butchers, right? So the reality is this, I didn't do this for self-glorification. I did this because we need to touch the heart of every human being and ask them, do you want to rise? Do you want to bring your frequency up? Do you want to finally realize there are no diseases? From a pimple to a tumor, it's a bloody rumor. Everything is programmed. Everybody around me is programmed. I am not programmed by anybody. I am not governed by anyone. I made up my own universal creator because I wanted to get along with that, whatever it is. Do you understand? This is my movie and it's my life. It may not match yours. My belief systems may not match yours. You don't even have to like me, but I'm going to unconditionally love you because that's the name of the game on this planet. So what if we were to get everyone to start unconditionally loving themselves? And then what if they actually spread that virus? Because that's the only virus I'd like to see that spreads. And that's a live one. What do you think, Warren?
I like it, Daryl. It's good stuff.
So anyways, this is Warren, everyone. And Warren put the crew together. And Warren, why don't you tell the story?
Yeah, I'm Warren Williams from Media Pro Ventures. That's my company in Orlando, Florida. And I got a call from a colleague of mine, Vess Marinova, who we'd worked together on projects before. And she said, I have a guy in Canada, in Mexico. He's got this incredible company and messaging that he's putting out there, and he's looking to build out a studio in Mexico. So I was like, cool, let me meet this guy. So we got on a call and we just connected within, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. Like, let's go. It was no nonsense. It was like, I want to do it the best that we can possibly do it. I want the best. Let's do it. And I was like, great, let's go. So started putting together a team, got my rock stars right here with me. You'll hear more from them in just a few minutes. And we came down here and checked out this beautiful place in Ixtapa. I was struck by it. This is such a lovely environment. It's a healing environment. And just fell in love with the area, fell in love with the community down here and with the Braveheart Nation people, the family down here. Doc has just taken such good care of all of us. And so we started designing this building, or this production studio. I come from TV and film, a lot of commercial work, and I just got a vision. When he started painting this picture, I knew, I saw the space, I heard the stories, I heard the heartbeat. I said, I know what we need to do. And we just started walking around and dreaming together, and we put it together, right, Doc?
We absolutely did, and very little conversation.
Yeah.
You know, it's all about frequency and vibration, and we were vibing at the same frequency. And there's a lot of people out there that'll go, okay, here we go, some of this boo 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 stuff. No, it's all about vibration and frequency. And I just want to, if I can, I want to put a shout out to Vess and Mindy. They actually, Vess, she found you.
Yes.
But Vess and Mindy actually have been spearheading the BHN app, and that's Braveheart Nation app. And when we went to do the app, okay, which will be released around anywhere from August the 8th to September the 1st of this year. And when we went to do the app, I said, I just want one thing. And what's that? They said, only women. Only women doing the app. And I'll tell you why. Because women are magnetism and men are electric, and we've got enough electricity going on in the planet right now. And so this app was built by women because, understand something, women are already programmed to what? Care and love everything and everyone, where men have to learn it.
Right.
Anyways, back to you, Warren.
Yeah. So we put together the project, we designed it, we started thinking about cameras, lighting gear, all the different things that we would need. This is not just a live streaming studio, this is a true broadcast. This equipment, these cameras, could interface with any TV studio in the world. I mean, you can see it in the imagery right now. And what is this, our second broadcast? I mean, we're live, we're going for it. So I started thinking about who I could bring on to the team, and I reached out to some dear friends of mine. These guys are heavy hitters in TV and production. Dan, you'll hear more from him. This guy has been on TV crews and production crews all over the world, all kinds of different countries, Russia, China. I mean, the list goes on for many, many years. He's built lots of production studios, specifically right now down in South Florida. And he goes, well, I can get Dave too. So Dave Nixon I said, whoa, we can get Dave. So Dave was available. This guy right here has done the same types of things. And he's produced and directed featured films with Kirk Cameron, guys like that. So we have like a brain trust of video production experience right here in this room. And you see the fruits of it right now. And
there's no way that we could have done all of this with any less of the, how can I say this, professionalism. It wouldn't have happened. It wouldn't have happened. I mean, and everybody, you got to understand something. Unless you're willing to risk in your life. Oh, I know, the bigger the risk, and people are so scared to risk, but you have no idea how big a risk this is for me to build this, but there is no risk. If your heart's in it, you have passion, and you truly believe that if you put that out to the universe and you see it already done, it might not be exactly like you want it, but the creator of all things will probably bring you something even better. Yeah. Warren? Right on. So, I mean, we can meet the crew now. This is Dan Philgreen. You want to tell us a little about what you... You'll have to bring the mic up to your close.
Yes, so... By the way, these guys are used to being behind the cameras, so we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. If you saw the Zihuatanego dinner we did last night on the beach, if I would have gotten that video, I would have been scared to have them come. Because they were holding it like this, and they're...
Well, yeah, Warren got a hold of me and said, hey, how would you like to come out to Mexico and help me put together a studio? And first of all, it was Warren. We've known each other for 25, 30 years, been very good friends all that time. So just an opportunity to be with my buddy was great. And my buddy Dave, we've known each other. Dave and I have known each other literally since we were toddlers. Our fathers were fast friends.
Wow.
Yeah, so our fathers knew each other in college. So our families go way back. So Dave, any chance I get to work with my buddies, I'm in, you know.
Yeah.
And then to come to such a beautiful place. I mean, this place is just amazing. I've had several nights in a row, the best views I've ever had from a restaurant eating dinner, some of the best food I've had, and wonderful company, getting to meet all these new.
And how do you like the DoD 5-star home that you're in?
Staying in this fabulous facility, a beautiful, I don't even want to call it a home, it's like a mansion.
And that's where people stay when you come for healing, everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Healing is really the word. This, you hear about Mexico and stuff. I mean, I've only been to like the border cities, Tijuana before. I've been to Cancun. Cancun's crazy.
I wouldn't go to Cancun.
The border cities are kind of sketchy, but you know what? Down here, the vibe is so peaceful. Yeah. It's calming. I mean, just the area I feel like is healing. It's wonderful. I mean, the perfect place to build what you're building here, Dr. Durham. Yeah. So there's number one, being with my buddies. Number two, coming to a beautiful place. Number three, getting an opportunity to meet some wonderful new friends. And this has been great. And four, then just being able to take our lifetime of experience doing this kind of thing and help make a great facility. And so, I kind of jumped on the lighting aspect. It's kind of my baby here. So, and it's, to us, we do it all the time. It seems so simple. You put this light there, you put like that light there. It's like, but you realize that most folks just don't know that, So we just apply our skills that we've applied many, many, many times and make it look good. And I think I'm looking at the picture right now on the monitor, and I think it looks pretty darn good. So that's kind of my bit. And then I've been working with Dave. Dave and I worked together at a facility in the Fort Myers area, and we built a facility there, a television facility with multiple sets, similar kind of concept to what's going on here. And then at that particular organization has built a big 42,000 square foot, $25 million arts center with a theater, which is the heart of it. So I do all the tech in that theater and have designed and installed a video system there, and I'm in charge of lighting and sound and rigging and all this kind of stuff. So this is my bag, kind of developing this. The theater, the art center is only 3 years old, so it's been coming out of the ground and been a lot of configuration and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of my thing. So this falls right in my lane to jump in to help with a project like this, and it's been great. And then Dave, tell them what you do, Dave.
Well, again, I jumped at the chance to come to Mexico. Who wouldn't want to come to Ixtapa, Mexico and do something like this? But to be with my friends, that was a fabulous thing to do. My background is production. I've had a production studio in Orlando for 30 years, doing commercials for Disney and SeaWorld and Universal, traveling all over the world and then making movies. But for the past 8 years, I've been running a TV studio in Fort Myers that has 3 channels, 24 hours a day. We've got to create content for all 3 of those channels. So every day we're feeding the beast is what we do. We got to keep those channels going. So we built a beautiful studio in there. Actually, not as nice as this. I mean, this studio is world class. Mm-hmm. I've been very impressed with what's happened. Typically, this would take 3 months to do. Mm-hmm. But we pulled this together in 7 days, and it's amazing. The quality of the cameras, that was really my job, was to put the cameras together, wire it all together. A beautiful setup of where Rafa back there can be switching. He can be talking on the talk back to whoever's on camera. Carla's on camera not right now, so he's directing her. So we have a talk back system. You can talk to the camera people. He can go in there, and while you're doing your show, he can be changing the colors and the exposure of each camera. So this has upgraded what you've had 1,000,000%.
Yeah.
And then you can see this studio. I mean, just this little setting right here is a beautiful, beautiful little setting. with the beautiful stone wall and the couch and the whole thing. It's made for it. This room was made to do a studio. So Dan hung all these lights. You can't see, but there's a lot of lighting up in the ceiling to make us look good, and that's tough to make us look good. But that's what we have. That's our job, to make you look good, Doc. So we spent a lot of time hanging all those lights. Rafa back there can control every one of those. He can go through all the cameras. He can set all those up. You see he's taking close-ups. He's taking wide shots. And then we spent a lot of time making the environment look inviting. It's one thing to have all the technical stuff working, but if it's not inviting to the viewer, you don't want to stay watching, right? So we work very hard to make sure everything's in place so the viewer goes, oh, that's pretty nice, I want to keep watching. So every one of these sets is going to work very, very well to bring the viewer right in. And that's what we've been doing for the last 30 years, is creating an environment for a viewer to go, oh, I want to be there. And so for the last 7 days, that's what we've been doing, and having a blast, and staying in your fabulous PTT center that's just world-class.
DOD 5-star.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Love it.
And then you took us to the beach last night. That was world-class. I don't think I've ever sat on the beach and had dinner in such an amazing situation. And I agree with Dan. There's something about Ixtapa that is healing. I can't wrap my hands around it, but it feels right here. It just
Everything
feels
is
right.
vibration and everything is frequency. And you know what? We just need, look at, when we found Ixtapa, Zihuatanejo, Mexico, we said we have to build it here. Because guess what? Everything is vibration and frequency. You know, you can turn cancer on, you can turn it off. You can turn your wife on, you can turn your wife off. You can turn yourself on, you can turn yourself off. It's all electrical. So, you know, we needed to be somewhere. And also, isn't it beautiful with the rolling mountains,
it's spectacular.
the bay,
Spectacular.
okay, the greenery.
Yeah.
I mean, just everything about it. It's clean.
amazing.
Is it clean?
Very clean.
Do you feel, you know, when we first came here, okay, that was 3 years ago. And we had a bigger project. It was Ixtapa World Healing, and we were in this hotel complex. It had 200 rooms. 60%, no, I'd say 55% of the time we were there, we had 200 rooms filled. I'll never do that again, okay? Because, you know, you're getting everything and everyone, right? Now with opening up the DOD 5-star retreat, you know, we've got no more than 6 people coming at a time, whether it's a family or, you know, it's a group of practitioners, or you take this October, you know, we'll be doing a complete training for 24 practitioners. You saw how big the roof is up there, right? And it's all covered. That's where the training will take place. They've got the saltwater structured ionized pool there and everything else that's available, right?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
We got to come back when we're not working, because we didn't have enough time to go to the beach.
Well, just
and
know
spend
this,
more.
that, you know, when it's not being utilized, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay?
It's
You're
available.
welcomed. You're welcomed.
It's beautiful. And then we got to meet our good friend Juan here.
Thank you.
Why don't you take it, Juan?
Hi, I'm Juan. I'm going to be running the studio. I got what's the name of this?
It's okay. Take your time.
Yeah, it was just, I got this job through Connie and through Deo, and they were so nice, and that's how I fell in love with this company.
Yeah, and it's a
Meeting
good
them,
thing.
it
It's a
was
good
so
thing
good.
that he met Connie first, because if it would have been me, he probably wouldn't have came.
No, but after being here a couple of days, you get to know everybody, and it's such a great team. These guys are magical. Like, they know their stuff. I'm just trying to absorb the most I can. And Rafa, he knows everything. And Carla also. You guys are such a good team. So I'm just really excited to work here with you and work with everybody in the team.
So what is it we want to do? Can you tell everybody out there all around the world, and I'll fill in the gaps that you can't think about, but what is it we want to do with this? Just for us? Is this made for us? Did we do it for us?
No, it's for everybody. It's a huge platform for everyone, so
Yeah.
they can have their shows and they can get their messages across the globe.
We will do, if you want, you know, natural health practitioners, I get it. You know what? Okay, they have done everything to stop us. Okay, all right? Just know we got your back. all right? If you want to do a commercial, you want to do a master class, you want to do a show, look at, do we have a great studio? I mean, you guys build studios. I mean, will this suit anybody's need in the world of health?
Anyone.
Guys, we're not going to be able to show you everything that because there's other things we're adding, right? Like green screen, white screen. We're going to have like 4 big images that we can slide in another backdrop. So we're going to have pull down backdrops. And we already have 5 different studios here. You won't see the kitchen studio because it is full of equipment still. But on that far end, we have an equipment studio where we're going to show all the body work, all the non-surgical. We're going to show where we're going to be doing online Zoom shows. Over here, well, we're going to take them for a walk, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go ahead. But just know this, we didn't build it for us. Okay, we build it to bring in, so we're one little piece of a puzzle. All right, and there are so many pieces that we need to bring in. Okay, we need to really create a Braveheart Nation. All right, this is one for me to do a bunch of shows. I'll never probably do more than 1 or 2 shows a week, and eventually I probably won't even show up. You know, the reality is we've got to make room for the new people coming and to prove that they can live their dream. Juan?
Yeah, so that's exactly what we want to do. We want to make a platform for everyone, and we'll make our best to make it look as professional. With what these guys set up, it was beautiful. So the image quality is amazing, and we're going to run this studio very professionally.
And we want it 50-50. What did I just say, 50-50? Well, where are we? Are we in an English-speaking country? I don't think so. We're in a Spanish-speaking country. So we want to highlight, okay? We want to highlight that. So, you know, I'll be on the show sometime, but what we want is we want to bring on a Spanish show that will highlight the Spanish health practitioners, the Spanish growers, the people that are the movement of natural therapy and emotional therapy, nutritional therapy. We're going to be bringing in a Spanish-speaking, English-speaking, whole plant-based food chef that will be doing a show every week. We're working towards that, right?
Y cualquier persona que le interese rentar el estudio, lo pueden rentar. Vamos a tener aquí un equipo súper profesional de personas y pues el chiste es manejarlo aquí. Y nada más contáctenos y lo pueden rentar con el tiempo que quieran para producir sus shows aquí.
Absolutely, that's exactly how I feel. And understand something, I just want to apologize. I do not speak Spanish, but I will do everything I can because I love this country, and just know that we will respect and we will be humbled to be here, okay?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yes. All right. So, is there anything else you guys didn't say that you would like to say?
Let me just say, it's built with flexibility. That's the whole idea of the studio. You got to be able to change and go with the flow. And so each set is very flexible. We've got cameras, got 6 cameras set up here so that you can easily go from set to set, change it up. We got all the lighting, so it's a really flexible, it's a world-class studio. We've built a lot of studios, and this is a world-class studio with world-class equipment that you could do anything in here. It's pretty amazing.
And
So-
I just say too that, you know, what we've done here, as you said, Dr. Darrell, that it's just the beginning. The potential of this studio, this room that we're sitting in right now is, I mean, we've only just got the surface scratched. You know, there's the potential for the kind of productions that could happen in here. You're just gotten started, you know. So there's so much flexibility, so much potential.
So what I'm saying is right. Am I right that we can have world-class productions done here, and we want people to know it, that if you're in the natural health field and you know you can't afford all the high prices, and you know you're not going to build a studio, you don't have to.
And you know, any chance to come here to stop and see WA, you're going to want to take advantage of coming here.
Juan, just make sure that they don't leave things broken. So they okay, all right.
So, but you know, just what everything you're saying, Doc, is about the potential, our own potential of our bodies and our spirits, and you know, everything we're talking about is potential. You know, making bodies better, making people's lives better, and
Build it back better. We should maybe use that as our slogan.
there you go. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Well, this studio fits right into that whole way of
Yeah.
thinking because, I mean, the way it is today is wonderful. You know, it's way more wonderful than it was a week ago.
Yeah.
Certainly.
5 days ago.
It's off to a great start, but this is just the beginning. The potential of, moving ahead, tweaking things, doing new things. There'll be things happening in here that none of us have thought of yet. You know, the ideas will come, and you'll be able to do it. You got the place to do it. You've got all the tools to pull it off. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you don't like this, but I do want to thank you, Doc, for the opportunity. I know you're going to say it's not about you, all that stuff, but thank you for the opportunity,
Yes,
for allowing us to
absolutely.
come. Thank you for your hospitality, and this is a generous man here. He's very hospitable and loving and caring. Hooked us up with some amazing massages yesterday. I will never forget that. It was awesome.
Why don't you tell them about it? I mean, seriously. I mean, they did you right, didn't they?
Oh, did they ever?
We were a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'm not a massage guy. And here's 3 guys walking up into this room, and here's all the ladies, and we lay down, but after about 2 minutes, it was like, oh, it's going to be like this, okay.
Yeah.
And then it was just 90 minutes of pure bliss.
We didn't want it to end.
No.
Yeah.
And didn't they do some things extra?
Yeah, there was.
And I didn't mean it that way, extra. No, tell them about the extra things.
Actually, what was that one that they did?
They did some musical healing, and
Yeah.
they did some herbal therapy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They break tiny pieces of mint and they put it on your nose,
Yeah.
so that relaxes you, and it's
And
amazing.
The things that.
Yeah,
It's like bells or?
it's like a bell, like a Thai bell.
Yeah.
That goes round and round, and it makes a beautiful sound.
It's vibrating.
Yeah.
And they set it right down on my chest, and it went through my entire body. It just was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what that
Is
is.
that what that is?
Yeah, that's a big one.
Nice.
Okay.
Right there you can see
So
it.
you know what? Maybe later I could maybe get.
It won't be the same.
Yeah,
Just saying.
you need the magical Zihuatanejo hands.
I know that. I know.
Amazing.
All right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to reset up, and we're going to do part 2, and we're going to just take you for a little walk around, and we'll come back in about 10-15 minutes. We're just going to take you for a walk around and just show you what we've done. We're going to do more, but we just want to show you what you can do in 5 days when people magnetize and have the same vision, okay? And guess what? It's got to be a true vision. And understand something. I need you to remember this if you do not ever come back on this show again. Every human being is your spirit brother and sister. You think about how you're treating them from now on, okay? All right? You think about it. Don't let them try to make us believe we have an enemy out there, okay? We don't. These other people in these other countries, these other people in these other neighborhoods, these other people in these other houses, they want what you want. Don't believe the BS that's out there. When we come together as a Braveheart nation, okay, just remember, together we're stronger. 3, 2, 1. We got this.